Oh. Oh. Okay, yeah. Really, really cool perspective. Just the production doesn't match at all. Life is strange and this album is strange. Hello, welcome to the video. And my name's Diane, aka Lucid. I'm a singer-songwriter, music person, and today I'm going to be reacting to Love and Fear by MARINA. Just MARINA. The diamonds are gone. Let's go. Cool. Hello. It's been a long time since I've done MARINA on the channel, but I put a little poll out last week just to check which fans of lapsed artists were still hanging around on the channel waiting. And a lot of you really wanted me to finish off doing the MARINA discography. So here I am doing Love and Fear. This one was a bit of a contested one, wasn't it? Some people love it and some people don't. So interesting to see what side I land on. I think I've heard one song from it, the collab with Clean Bandit. So I have a question for you. That song at the beginning, did you enjoy that? I thought you might have, because that was actually my song, Criminal. You can check it out by clicking on the link wherever it is, or you can stream it on all streaming platforms. The link's in the description if you want to support me in my music. Thank you. I've also got new music coming out in the summer, so keep an eye out for that. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, then make sure to do so. And if you want to support me on Patreon, get the videos uncut and early. I have all the links in the description. Cool. So song number 1 is Handmade Heaven. I envy the birds purposefully. Okay, living life with purpose and envying that. Much more kind of clean pop production, but still classic MARINA melody and chords. Oh, I like the big synth situation. Okay. Oh, I love the kind of like sense of joy and optimism, but also a sense of like doubt and loneliness, you know, just within the way the chords are constructed. I guess the Handmade Heaven is like making a little bubble of your own, but there's also a sense of you're cutting yourself off from everybody else, you know. Maybe it's about, yeah, struggling to deal with the outside world, even though you can still thrive within your own kind of community. Bluebirds forever. It's like a dream paradise. It's not necessarily real, you know. I wonder whether this song could use an extra lift to it. There's something, maybe something missing. Yeah, okay. There's definitely, yeah, optimism, but also a lot of fear, love and fear in that song. And like, again, like MARINA really has such a good use of melody, her vocal technique and mode mixture, chord work to make it sound uniquely her. I just felt like it needed like an extra level. Let's check out the lyrics quick. I envy the birds high up in the tree. They live out their lives so purposely. I envy the spiders, the squirrels and seeds. They all find their way automatically. So there's a little bit of a link to fruit, isn't there? Like the imagery, but also like she envies the way in which animals have like a really simplistic lifestyle and like a very straightforward purpose. There's a sense of like that she's looking for purpose. She has a lack of purpose. And so she creates a handmade heaven for herself. Maybe as like an oasis that she's created within her fan base, maybe within her family and friends, where she can feel this sense of optimism. I can no longer ignore that I've grown tall, the life don't suit me anymore, the writing's on the wall. Maybe it's actually like realising that your old life isn't suiting you and deciding to create your own handmade heaven, taking your life into your own hands. And maybe that's the ethos of this album, the reason she got rid of the and the diamonds and has gone kind of back to basics. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This is Superstar. It's definitely very highly produced so far, isn't it? Before I met you, I pushed them all away. What I like about you is you know who you are. And I know that you never away from me. I like what they've done with the reverb in this song. We worked so hard, yeah. She certainly, as an artist, has got to a point where she knows the bits of her voice that are unique to her. Okay. Yeah, the production on this is quite adjacent to Clean Bandit at the time, actually, isn't it, when you think about it? I wonder whether Baby like led the sonic direction of the album.
And I know that you never sleep.
I guess this is a bit of a self-affirmation song, right? Again, it's not really going to the level I want it to go to right yet. Her voice sounds great on it though.
Make it through the storm.
Nice, I like that.
I love the way we were.
Oh yeah, that mid later to that final chorus is good. I wonder when she's putting new music out. Be quite interested to see where she's going to go after Ancient Dreams. I'm enjoying the kind of like mood of it, but it's not really sending me. Before I met you, I pushed them all away. As soon as I kissed you, I wanted you to stay. What I like about you is you know who you are. What you like about me is you know what I'm not. Oh, okay, so she's talking about not self-affirmation, but talking about somebody else, like they're a superstar. So it's somebody that she's met and she really cares about, who never judges her and keeps her really close. Maybe there's a level of pressure though, so impossible to dream when you're far away from me. Yeah, okay. I'm not like crazy about the lyrics on that one either. Yeah, it's not sending me. It's not sending me. Let's go on to the next one. This is Orange Trees.
Orange.
I like that as a hook. Oh, orange.
Can see.
Ooh, fun. Quite like the production style.
Feel free. Spend so
I really like the combination of like very raw acoustic guitar, but with the really pop drums.
flowers in my hair.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, yeah, okay, I really like this.
Orange trees.
Nice. That bass is really sending me. It's like whoa, whoa. I like the romance in it. Very holiday feeling.
Feeling that I get beneath my feet. Flowers in my hair.
Nice. Oh.
Sitting by the orange trees.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the vibe of this one. It has got a bit of the kind of European, Spanish maybe feel to it. Something in the rhythm and the way that the guitar works. And obviously orange trees, you know. Let's just let the sea.
How it feels to be free. Flowers in my hair. Where we used to be.
Literally feels like being on holiday. She's like, I'm on holiday. I feel really free from my life and I think I need to write about this. I really liked that one. That was a really good vibe. That one really had a smoothness to it, but it had a really unique energy. There was like this counterplay between this acoustic guitar and the kind of quite pop heavy drum production and like vocal production. I really liked that. If you think, okay, the name of the album, Love and Fear, the cover, which is obviously very like stripped back, vulnerable, I feel like so far it doesn't really match that style. And each of the songs are very different as well. I feel like there's a bit of a pressure, right, for pop stars to write an album and encapsulate their entire life whilst writing that album within an album. Whereas actually, like, sometimes like a more focused approach might, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, feels like at the moment and I know it's a long album. I feel like there is no kind of one direction so far. Yeah, I haven't got a sense of what is the purpose of this album so far. I think that's my favourite song so far. I can see the flowers in the greenery. I take a breath of fresh air. I feel free. Spent so long I was busy chasing happiness when all I needed was a little peace. Oh, that's quite a relatable thing. It's like taking a break from the rat race. I think especially if you live in the city, there's like, you feel like you have to constantly be on. You have to constantly be making the most of opportunities, making content, making music, doing gigs, connecting with people, all of that. And you think that doing more of that is going to make you happy. But actually, in the long term, like, it's great to have goals. But like, actually, on a kind of more like focused level, sometimes you do just need a break. And I think that's what this song seems to be representing. Living like we're supposed to be, flowers in my hair, I belong by the sea. So far away from neon lights and city streets, this is where I used to dream. Been around the world, but I can never replicate that feeling I get beneath my feet. It must be she's on holiday in Spain or something, because it's really that vibe in it. Nice, I like it. Next song, this is Baby, Oh, which I have already heard before, but I haven't listened to it in years, so let's go.
Standing here in an empty room, I saw you there and my blood ran cold.
I love the kind of telenovela drama of this. If only you were mine, someone else's baby. Ah. I love this kind of like femme fatale, dramatic character she's playing in this song. I really like the way in which Clean Bandit produces sounds in such a tight way. It's like hyper rhythmic. I knew that note was there somewhere. like a rubber band.
And it's a
I'm already someone else's baby. Ah.
but you at another place in time.
This song is beautiful for her voice, and I love how simple the chorus is, but it's so catchy. It's a little bit strange having this song on here though, because this song was on their album as well. So it's a bit like weird.
Someone else's.
I do wonder whether because it was a hit, the label were like, this has to go on the album. That said, very catchy, very hooky. Let's go on to the next one. This is Enjoy Your Life, which very much does seem to have a focus on like trying to get back to simplicity. Ooh, at least lyrically. Ooh.
See,
I really like the production here. Nice.
save you from reality, yeah, yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. Oh,
I can enjoy.
yeah. Okay, yeah. That drop was so good.
Yeah, you might as well accept it, 'cause you
I'm really enjoying the production on this one. It does feel like it is so far away from the stuff she's done before though. Like,
start to disappear.
it's kind of strange that elements of her signature aren't there, you know, especially post-Fruit. Ugh. I love the production on this song. It's got that Z clarity, that style production, like really cool reverbs and really cool, like tight, really forward drums and stuff like that.
So enjoy your life when we're down low, alone.
Ugh.
Sit back and
She does seem to be really trying to get back to the center of what it is to just enjoy your life and just live it and not overthink things, you know? Yeah, I like the message of that. Seems to be dying into what I think is going to be the message of the album, which seems to be trying to take note of the things that bring you joy and let go of the faff. You know, I like that. I really love the production of that song as well. Like, it really was up my street in terms of like big pop production. The only thing is that I worry that like we're losing a bit of her signature when you compare that to like the first album, Family Jewels, and oh no, there's kind of a cartoonish kind of energy to her. And Fruit, yeah, really lent into that. And this is like taking such a big step away and kind of like becoming maybe a little bit more generic. Oh, what? Do you know what I mean? Her voice is still her voice, but even actually in that song, it didn't feel like it really displayed her voice in a way that some of the other songs on the album have definitely done. I can understand why this has really split people, because these are some really good songs, but it's like so different. I know you've been feeling stuck, feeling low. You can't see how good this life can be, looking to the future like it's going to make you happy, save you from reality. Yeah, okay, so it's like focusing on like what the future can bring you rather than actually focusing on what you have right now, making the most of that. Very much similar vibe to escaping the complexities of life to go on holiday and sit by the beach and live life how it's meant to be, you know, those kinds of vibes. Sit back and enjoy your problems. You don't always have to solve them because your worst days, they are over, so enjoy your life. Psychologically, we're not very good at just standing still, and so we find problems to solve, even though there aren't any. And I think that's what she's really trying to hone in on, is this feeling of like, get better at not doing anything at all. Being idle. Okay, next song. This is True.
everybody tells us what to do. People
I almost feel at points the production is too clean, and I think it's in the kind of slightly wonky moments that Marina has her signature.
nobody else when you are
I like how my clicks are mixing in with the track.
to always
Okay.
be true. Do it better than when it's gonna be.
It's kind of strange. Feels like she's decided to make her big EDM moment album in 2019, like almost like 6-7 years too late. Strange.
Be with the body that you're in, but you are just a human being.
I can imagine this being, a lot of this album actually being played in the club in the summer, you know? It's got that vibe.
Never change. We will never change. Are together.
Okay. Yeah, again, production, great, if not that original. Yeah. Not sold on that song. There were elements of it that I was really vibing with, and I feel like if I were on a boat, you know, one of these boat parties I'm always on, well, never been on one ever, but if I were on one, that would be the song that would play, and it would be summer vibes, and I would really enjoy it for that. But is that why we really listen to MARINA? No, not really. Everybody tells us what to do. They always think they know what's good for you. Let it go and listen to your own instincts, because you don't need nobody else when you are true to yourself. So it's a self-empowerment anthem, really, isn't it? Yeah, and I just feel like we've had so much self-empowerment stuff post Lady Gaga that you've got to do it differently. And I feel like MARINA has done that without being so on the nose in her other music. She inspires people to be themselves by just being herself, rather than saying, you can be yourself. Do you know what I mean? And this song sounds like she's not being herself, and yet she's telling people to other people to be herself. Do you know what I mean? That's where it doesn't work, I think, for me. Next song, this is To Be Human.
The pagodas, spot the geisha, go to Russia, see the red square.
This one seems a little bit closer to what I'm used to.
In America.
Okay.
Getting better.
Okay, well this song seems like it should be on Ancient Dreams, doesn't it?
I don't know what life means. All the people.
Okay.
We're united by our pain. See the village where my father's from.
Oh. So it's a kind of like, kind of trying to kind of bring people together kind of vibe. I don't know, yeah.
Don't know what it means.
Yeah. I still don't know what it means to be human.
The missiles and the bombs sound like symphonies gone wrong. To be
I feel like you really do get a sense of her being lost within this album, not only through the way in which she's telling you through the songs, but also by the lack of cohesion between songs. Yeah, cool. I like the message of that song kind of individually as a way of kind of not really understanding or trying to find some kind of understanding of your place in the world, your purpose, what it is to be a person. But I do wonder whether that would have actually really fit quite well on Ancient Dreams. I think that's kind of where I'm going with this, is that it seems as if she is like trying to find direction. Like artistically, she feels a bit kind of lost in it, and at moments throughout this album so far she's felt like she's been taken over, like her style has been taken over, because maybe she's in a kind of place of not knowing exactly where she's going. And in this song it kind of felt like, oh, this is a bit more like MARINA, but like doesn't really fit with the rest of the album. Like, had she focused just in on this sense of taking it back to basics, trying to enjoy a minimalist lifestyle, then it would have felt like it had a sense of cohesion. But at the moment we've had like 3 songs about that, and then one song that was written by Clean Bandit, and another song which is a self-empowerment anthem, and another song about disillusionment with the world and your place within the world. Like, it's like she couldn't settle on one idea. But that said, within the album there are good songs. The pagodas and the palaces dressed in gold leaf hide the damages, spot the geisha as she balances, life's a cakewalk full of challenges, go to Russia, see the red square, Lenin's body lying dead there, from Kyoto, Hiroshima, watch the black crowd calling nearer. So she's really like looking at all the different places around the world and seeing the similarities. Although they're different, we're all kind of at the center of it, are facing similar problems, you know. We all are all human, you know. And all the things I've done and I've seen, I still don't know what it means. This is what it means like to be human, you know. We all kind of go through the same struggles, and we should unite in not really knowing what's going on. I like her mentioning about her father and like connecting to like her history, and like actually seeing how like this little village in Greece is like actually not that far away from her little village in Wales, you know, that kind of thing. You know, it's like, I like that. I like the different things there, but it doesn't quite come together for me. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. This is End of the Earth. Oh God. Ooh. Cool. Quite like the kind of dark electronica vibes in here. Cool. Ooh. I love where this song's gone, like creatively, it's fun, I like it. Nice.
'Cause I love you till the end of
Cool. This is a really unique song.
We're losing it all.
Okay. This one definitely has a bit more personality to it.
Living in the same universe.
Why did I think she was going to go, we're all living in a yellow submarine? I love the kind of grandness to the production, because it feels at the same time big and small, which I think is really, really cool, actually.
And I'll love you till the end.
Oh, love it. Nice.
You till the end of the earth. Love you till the end of
Nice. I like that. That was like really a slightly bizarre song, but felt like it had a lot more personality to it. And I'd love to see an album that went fully in that direction, production-wise. I loved the kind of counterplay between hugeness and the smallness. It was like really, really, really big moments of production, followed by really, really, really small, like intimate moments where she would like go right into I love you to the end of the earth. Within that phrase, there is smallness and intimacy and hugeness. You know, there's a one-on-one connection, but the love being as big as the entire earth. That comparison and counterplay and the way that works in the production is fab. Like really, really, really good. Like I love that. Yeah, that was great. That Orange Trees, love it. And Enjoy Your Life. Cool. Let's look at the lyrics, see if there's anything I missed. Love can never be what you want it to be, but still I follow you down. Slow motion, no sound to the end of the world. Tell me, why do we fight? We're all living in the same universe where stars collide as planets turn. But I'll give my love, I don't care if it hurts, because I love you till the end. I love you to the end of the earth. All the lyrics kind of seem to be like this counterplay of like huge earthworld thing, ending things are happening at the same time. But let's focus in right now, because actually it doesn't really matter any of that stuff. I'm focused on loving you, you know? Do you ever think how this life could have been? So just wait for me. We're all living under the same universe. Just trying to connect to this other person by kind of like appealing to this kind of sense of humanity and saying, you know, even if you're like a little bit worried, I'm in it. 100%, you know. I kind of feel like this could have been another album concept, like this idea of big and small. You know, she could have written songs that were kind of earth-shatteringly huge and then had really tight, intimate songs, and like she could have extended this metaphor for an entire album, and yet she didn't. It was just one song. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know. It's like this album has a bunch of good ideas, but rather than like choosing one and running with it, she kind of ended up having a big mishmash. Let's go on to the next one. This is Believe in Love.
You say that I'm different to the girls you dated. You say that you found
Cool.
me and you say
I'm enjoying the production. Yeah.
I smile with tears in my eyes. Doubting you for the rest
Ooh.
of my life.
Cool.
Never enough.
Nice. The production on this is so fun.
Believe in love.
Yeah.
So confess
Cool.
all damn I know.
It's really creative. This production, this song seems to be having new ideas every single bar, but just throwing them away. You know, it's quite fun.
For the rest of
And then just a piano bit. Just one piano chord. It's random. I like it though.
is what I'm afraid of.
Nice.
Shouldn't take fear so seriously. Ooh.
Yeah. Such a weird song. I enjoyed that. It's just a bit bonkers, isn't it? I do like that there are songs on this album that really do seem to be playing with production in a really creative way. You say I'm different to the girls you dated. You say that you found me. I'm the one you waited for. Guess I need to trust you when you say you love me. Every day you say that you've been thinking of me, but I can't be acting like this, doubting you for the rest of my life. I need to believe in love. Yeah, oh, that's like a kind of a real central fear I think we all have when we start dating someone, is like, can we actually believe that the other person loves us in the way we want to believe? And I like that she's kind of written this thing. It's almost like you need to forget the past trauma and actually just like trust this person who stood right in front of you telling you how they feel, you know. Shouldn't take fear so seriously. Love and Fear. See, that is maybe the first song that actually makes the links to the title of the album. Let's go on to the next one. This is Life is Strange. There are so many songs This is another thing, is that what with like, we're on song 9 and it's just like, there's still so many left to go.
So many boys and girls, we all cry the same tears at night. Dreams have changed,
Okay.
like a paper plane. All I know is life is strange.
Okay, cool. I like this hook moment. In terms of the vocal production, sounds much more like her.
To love another and be loved.
Wow. Again, like, this is a really good idea, and like digging into this kind of existential thing, if extended throughout a whole album, could have been a really strong place for Marina to go, you know.
Everybody's having the best time of their life.
Yeah. Yay! Yeah, she does seem to be relinquishing the control and just kind of saying to herself, life is strange, so I'm just going to have to get used to it. Yeah, cool. Enjoyed the production on that. Sounded a little bit more like old Marina, which is quite nice to hear a bit of her signature come back in. Yeah, and I liked the idea of like just digging into that kind of existentialism, you know. I know so many boys and so many girls, people all across the world, we walk and talk and think alike, we cry all the same tears at night. Ever since my dreams have changed, I've come crashing down like a paper plane. Nothing ever stays the same, but all I know is life is strange. So maybe like previous to this, she had like a kind of real ambition with her career. You know, she was like, my dreams are to be a massive pop star or whatever. And maybe when she actually came down to writing this album, she was a bit stuck and thought, not sure if I actually want that anymore. And so she's really digging into that feeling throughout this album. Life is strange and this album is strange. Yeah, there is a real feeling on multiple songs. She feels like she's been connecting to other people, looking at how other people in different cultures are actually all experiencing the same things. So there are real connections between like where her head's at. Maybe she could have just got rid of a few songs and it would have been a bit more cohesive. Next song, this is Yeah. You.
Like you think you do.
Wait, have I heard this before?
You don't own me because
Why is this ringing a bell?
everybody thinks that
This is ringing a bell. Where have I heard this song before? It was on a TikTok or something.
you break me.
Yeah, I have heard this before. Where the fuck have I heard this before? I really like it.
It's all about you.
Another holiday vibe. It's quite nice. I'm on the beach. I'm in Malaga.
Just as bad as you. Deep down, I know that we're just the same.
Yeah.
You break me down.
I like that kind of movement into the chorus there. It's quite big and small at the same time, yeah. But it's all about you.
You don't know me.
The production is just so tight. I wonder if it's a bit too tight though. Maybe a bit clinical.
You break me down.
I like this one though. This does really feel like a good banger, but still has Marina vibes to it. The way that she says you is very Marina, isn't it? That vowel. Yeah, this feels like this is the way to do the holiday electronic, but Marina. This seems to bring it together really well for me.
You think you do.
Nice. Yeah, I really like that. You don't know me like you think you do. I wonder where I heard that before. I really like that one. That does bring it together much more for me. It feels like a Marina song, but takes it to a new place. That is kind of what we want from Marina, right? You don't know me like you think you do. You don't own me, but I can't cut you loose. Everyone thinks that you're a star, but underneath I see just what you are. We both know we can never change, walking slowly through the smoke and flames. Oh, I like that. Don't you know I'm just as bad as you? Everyone thinks I'm the heart of every party, but it's just the start. Deep down I know that we're just the same, burning slowly through the dust and flames. I really, really like that. Really nice lyricism on here. Pretty succinct. It's about really intimately knowing somebody else and how they both put on a front to kind of make it seem as if they fit into the world, but actually maybe they only fit into each other's world. I can truly be myself with you, even if I can't always be myself in every aspect of my life. Love that. Actually, that's really, really beautiful. That's one of the best songs on the album. I really like that. Maybe I'll do one more song and then I'm going to have a snack break. So this is Karma. Karma is my boyfriend. Okay, Okay, so we're back to Spain. We're on holiday again.
Heartbreaker, real faker, getting off.
I wonder whether she's referencing her earlier song on purpose.
Real hearts don't lie. I'm like, oh my god, I think it's karma.
She's tackling big themes on this album, isn't she?
Oh my god.
Okay, we're on holiday. It's really strange. It's like, are we talking about karma and the way in which the world works, or are we in Malaga on a boat? Tell me. I feel like the escapism of being in a party is you don't really want to be like getting existential in that moment, really, do you? Like,
You'll be sorry when you're coming down, down, down.
it's strange, isn't it? Can you imagine listening to the song at like on a beach party and her saying to you, you're gonna be sorry when you come down?
Think it's karma.
I like that. Very Marina-y hook. Yeah, I can't hear this particular synth guitar combo thing without it taking me to Malaga. But it feels like she's referencing that without any specific direction as to why, you know?
Take it from me. It's funny how it all goes down. Like, oh my god, I think it's karma.
I like that. It's a good hook. But this like refrain just takes it to a totally different place. I just don't know why they're referencing this genre. Yeah. Strange. Really good things about all these songs. That one too. But it's just like, where's the cohesion? Even within one song, it can feel like it's going multiple places at once. Do you know what I mean? Which makes it quite hard to get on board with her vision, because it feels like there isn't a specific vision. The cover is very much like, we're going to get very personal and very vulnerable. Like, there are moments of vulnerability, but that's very much not like the vibe, you know? There are ways to still keep it electronic, but make it personal, make it introspective. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were to look at the cover of the album and hear that song, you'd be like, what? It doesn't fit, you know, like a Malaga song. I've never even been to Malaga, but you know what I mean. Heartbreaker, real faker, getting off on bad behaviour. I know you inside and out. Maybe she's talking about herself. This is how to be a heartbreaker. Real hearts don't lie, take it from me. You see it in time, take it from me. It's funny how it all goes down. Don't be sorry when it comes around. I'm like, oh my God, I think it's karma. I think, yeah, she's singing to her younger self and kind of saying, those decisions that you made in the past are now coming around and getting me now, which I think is why she specifically references Heartbreaker. I like that. That is really clever songwriting. But like, the production doesn't match it at all, does it? Like, why? One snowball, then you watch the dominoes fall. You carried on and on without a doubt. Maybe she's looking at maybe the way in which she pursued potentially her career, I don't know, burning a few bridges along the way, and now she's coming back around and she's like telling her old self off and saying, actually, I think this karma's come back around from you, younger self, which is a really, really cool perspective. Just the production doesn't match at all. So, okay, I need a little break because I need some food. But I'm already someone else's baby. Let's go on to the next song. This is Emotional Machine.
That you wanna be free. Caught from devotion. I'm a machine.
Ooh.
Since I was a teen.
I love that melody.
Don't know what you went through.
Okay.
Lost in
Again, some really creative production. I love that. Nice.
Did you ever truly love me? My God.
Nice.
I'm a machine.
Okay. I'm not sure what she's getting at here. I'm a machine, but I'm also an emotional being. And the way, that really is such a Marina-ism to use her falsetto in that way, and it's really nice here. I love this, like the way with the ooze and it's all produced. That's cool. That was nicely produced song. And it kind of has elements of like the way, like the things that she's talked about before. She uses her voice in the way that really is her signature. That one felt like it fit more into the vision. I do think that actually, if this album were to just like take off a few songs, it would automatically be so much more cohesive, you know. I'm enjoying a lot of the songs on here. Do do do. Do, 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 do. Lol. It's hard to see that you want to be free because I don't love you in the way that you want me to. Shit. I'm a machine, an emotional being since I was a teen. Cut my feelings off clean. So maybe she's like looking at her own trauma and psychologically kind of analysing maybe why she can't love this person in the way that she wants to. Maybe she had to cut her emotions off to save herself emotionally because she was always very sensitive. And maybe that's the sense of the machine, you know. It's strange though. In previous songs, she's like, I'm so openly devoted and love you. But in this, it's like, I can't feel those feelings. Next song, this is Too Afraid. Like the warmth.
I wanna change, but I don't know how. Turn my life around.
She does seem so lost, doesn't she?
I guess I didn't know if I was happy. Been feeling like I don't belong and I see. But I stay 'cause of you.
Yeah, wow.
Just too afraid. Just too.
Yeah, wow.
People look so lonely with eyes turned down.
Whereabouts is she living in at this point? Maybe it's in LA.
Get out.
She's like, I need to escape. She's definitely had an about change on what's important to her. Yeah, and it feels like this album is really the production of that moment where she feels pretty lost and doesn't know what to do, you know?
Just too afraid, just too afraid. Could all be different. Just to feel alive.
Wow. So she's kind of looking at maybe the reasons why she feels like she needs to change. Maybe analysing it, you know?
Just too afraid. That's why I stay.
That's why I stay, because I'm too afraid. Yeah. God, it feels like she's not in a good place. It feels like her sense of fear and her sense of feeling lost has gotten the better of her. That said, I really enjoyed that one, actually. I want to change, but I don't know how. I've been trying to turn my life around. Been to every party, every bar. Nothing thrills me in this city anymore. I guess I didn't know if I was happy. Well, what can I do? I hate this city, but I stay because of you. I think she's kind of reached a moment where she's like, actually, maybe I do need to break up with my partner and actually move away because I can't keep up with the charade anymore. But she's stuck. I'm scared of what will happen to me when I do leave, and I'm scared of leaving you. You're my comfort. Okay, let's look at the next one. We're getting there. This is the penultimate song. This is No More Suckers.
I was too open, took whatever they could get. I'm getting rid of it. Put a stop sign up, you're not getting any.
So she's digging in a bit, figuring out her psyche a bit more.
No more suckers.
Yeah.
All the drama gets.
I like this, yeah.
They just keep leading me dry. Every time I meet you, I know you eat all of my food. Mess up all my towels, but this time I'm checking out.
Seems like, yeah, she's the suckers are the people who are like taking advantage of her, I think. And she's like, I need to shed a lot of this toxicity within my life if I'm going to actually move on. I like where this is going, yeah.
You attach like a leech and I'm left with a bruising.
Leeches, yeah.
No more suckers.
I'm enjoying this, yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. That one does feel like that is actually the key takeaway from this album. This idea of like mining your own psyche in order to understand why you are unhappy, finding the bits that don't benefit you and the, the leeches, the suckers, the people who are like leeching off of you and getting rid of them and actually being better for it. And it feels like with that in the previous song, with her kind of coming to this realization that maybe being in LA or wherever she is not good for her. It feels like this is what the album is supposed to be, and actually maybe had they refined that vision, then it would have been brilliant, because there's some really, really like deep thoughts there, some really good thoughts, some really good songs, and some really good hooks. I honestly feel like it's 16 songs long and it could be 10 and it would be better for it, really. And then they could have focused on the cohesion of the sound. The last kind of couple of songs seem to have really like focused in on that vision a bit more, and I really appreciate that. I was too open, I was too quick to let other people in, took whatever they could get. Now I see a pattern, I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, I know I need to change because I'm tired of feeling drained. Put up a stop sign, you're not getting any nearer. Wave goodbye to the suckers in my rearview mirror. There's something cartoony about that, which is quite nice to see. So there's people who've been like really bleeding her dry, making the most of her, leeching on, benefiting off of her success and not giving anything back. Going to her apartment, eating all of her food, never getting the bill, like all that stuff. And she's just like, actually, no more of that. I'm moving on and I'm going to be better for it. Before we go on to the final song, this is a shout out to my patrons. These guys support me over on Patreon, where they get a number of benefits, including getting their name in the video. That's one of them. You can also get access to the exclusive Discord community, where we all chat about our favourite music, we give each other music recommendations, we chat about all the videos going up on the channel. You can also get my videos unedited. You can watch this one completely unedited if you want, and you can get my videos early as well. So I usually post the uncut version before the edited version because, you know, it takes a while to edit. You know, if you go into the upper tiers, you can actually request specific songs or even an album from me as well. Yes, there's many different things to enjoy, and it is the best way to support me directly. Thank you to everybody who has supported me so far. Cool. Last song, this is Soft to Be Strong, which I already like the sound of.
It's hard to be soft, fear in disguise, and I guess I've known it all along. Soft to be strong.
Yeah, it's nice that she's coming to this conclusion after having felt like she was cutting off all of her emotions. Oh, I love that she's really linking into the love and fear here. Yeah, this is lovely. I love that. Soft. Just, love it, yeah.
I choose to love you without fear.
Yeah, okay. It feels like in these last few songs she's figured out what the album's supposed to be, you know?
You have to be soft to be strong.
This is such a good album closer as well, isn't it? Like, these are the lessons we've learned, you know?
And I made myself believe.
Nice. It does feel like she's really figured out the reasons why she hasn't been able to fully fall in love with this person, and she's realised that she was scared, you know? Yeah. I think we can all relate to that, you know? Especially when you've been hurt for being sensitive in the past. I think I really relate to that, actually.
Soft to be strong, soft.
Nice. I really like how that ended the album, actually, and I think that, like, specifically the last bunch of songs really came together for me. I can understand why people are split on it, and that song was like probably the strongest case as to like she did have a vision for this album, like this idea that actually like she had been hurt before by previous relationships. Yeah, like she opened herself up too much and she was so sensitive and she got hurt, and so therefore she retracted all of that, and she came to this new relationship and was then wondering, okay, why am I not loving this person? And then she slowly figured out that actually there was a lot of toxicity going on in her life, and she needed to shed that all away so that she could see that all she was just scared of doing it again. It's quite simple at the end of the day. And I really, really think that this is what the album was supposed to be. You know, this kind of tells you why the cover of the album is so vulnerable. It's her shedding all the extra stuff to get to the center of why she feels like she's unable to love. It's why it's called Love and Fear. It's like, I'm unable to love this person because I'm scared, you know? And so the concept works really, really well in that sense. And if you were to cherry pick the songs from this album that are just about that, you know, some of the stuff about escapism, like the Orange Trees one, you know, trying to escape her life and not realising maybe at that point why she felt like she needed to escape. If you cherry pick all those songs, I feel like you have an album that is supposed to be what she wanted for it, you know, it's supposed to be this idea of love and fear, this idea of feeling lost and having to rediscover yourself. So I can understand why people think, some people are like, this is really good, and some people don't, because actually there is so much stuff in there that doesn't really add up. Because I think actually if they did hone it down to those two songs, then they then could have got the production under wraps and maybe made it a bit more succinct, a bit more like to do with the message of the album, and actually reveal a little bit more of Marina herself, because I do feel like some of the songs she gets lost, her signature gets lost within the production of some of those songs. Whereas like had they focused in on this storyline and had like maybe 8 to 10 songs that were specifically about this journey, then they then could have focused it in and made it really, really, really Marina. But I guess it's quite poetic that an album about being lost, the album itself feels very lost, you know. Very interesting. Even some of the songs that don't necessarily feel like they belong on the album were still really good songs. And so I can understand why there's a big passionate group of you who are defending this album and calling for justice. Justice for Love and Fear. I'm calling Justice for Love and Fear. There's a great album on there, I promise. Yeah, I'd love to hear exactly what you think or whether you agree or disagree. If you haven't checked out my other Marina reactions, you can check out my reaction to Ancient Dreams in Modern Land here, or you can check out my reaction to The Family Jewels here.